Let's start spelling. Sharing my screen. All right, our first word that we are going to spell today looks like this. Okay, you need to know that oi in the middle of words in the beginning is spelled O-I, as in oil or boil, but oi at the end of words is spelled O-Y, like boy or toy. So this is how you spell oi in the beginning and middle. This is how you spell oi at the end. Next, you need to know that an R sound is spelled as an ER when it's in its own syllable. Such as the word painter. Paint-er. You can't just spell it like this because every syllable has to have a vowel, so we need that E in there to make it have a vowel in that syllable. Okay, so the R sound, is spelled with an ER when it's in its own syllable. And I'll break the word up into syllables so you can see that. The other rule you need to know is that OUS spells the sound at the end of words. Us spells, OUS is how you spell the us sound at the end of words, like monstrous or the only thing I can think of is plenteous. Words aren't coming very plentiful to my mind today, but maybe that will improve as we keep going. I think this is all we need to know for this word. Okay, let me just break this up into syllables. Okay, your word is boisterous. Boisterous. Go ahead and write it down and then put it in the Q&A for me, please. Boisterous. 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 Take your time. Gorgeous, Daryl. Beautiful, Joseph. Fatima, so close. I want you to look at this rule right here. Lovely, Catherine. Boisterous. Boister. Amber, give me a t, and you'll have it. Figure out where it goes. Lovely, Julie. Boister. Masuda? Masuda? I hope I said that right. Look at this word rule right here. Right here. Boisterous. Nice, Fatima. Gorgeous, Sheldon. Ooh, Taryn, you gave me an extra sound. You gave me an eus. Eus. It's just boisterous, but I love that you know how to spell that. That eus sound. Okay, consonants. B, oi, s, t, s. Oi in the beginning and middle of words is spelled O-I. When it's the only vowel in the syllable, the vowel sound in the syllable has to be spelled ER. It can't be spelled like this because then that syllable will have no vowel, and every syllable, this chunk right here, has to have a vowel sound in it. So that's when you use an ER. I mean a vowel, letter vowel. So that's when you use the ER. Us at the end of words is spelled OUS. OU gets one line because it's only one sound. You only hear the U, boisterous. All right, now if you got that wrong or right, go ahead and put boisterous in the Q&A just to staple it into your brain. And I will put the next word up here. Oh, this is a fun one, the doozy. Hang on to your hats. Hang on to your hats. You're literally hanging on to them, aren't you? Oh, how am I going to teach this? I'll just figure it out. Let me make sure I got this right. Yep. All right, so you need to know that a C makes the K sound almost always, unless the next letter is an E, I, or Y. So C will say K almost always, but it will say S if the next letter is an E, I, or Y. So let's say the next letter is an E, I, or Y, and you want the K sound. In most cases, spell the K sound with a K. I might have lied there just a tiny little bit when I said most, because there's also the CK option, but that's a whole lesson. So I'm just kind of trying to focus in on this word right here. I'm going to teach you that in a second. So here you also need the R sound, needs an ER when it's in its own syllable again. Same as last time. And you need the OUS again. That's how you spell the US sound at the end. All right, now I'm going to give you just a tiny little bonus mini lesson right here. Let me scoot this up. If you hear, let me just read these for you. Here we have ang, ing, ong, ung. Ank, ink, onk, unk. The only difference is the very last sound. This is a very nasal sound, ang. The tongue is blocking off the air in the back of the throat, so the air is coming out the nose and making it a nasal sound. All of these are nasal sounds because of that ng at the end. Ang, like rang, ring, wrong, rung. Ang, ing, ong, ung, versus this K sound. Ank, ink, onk, unk, as in sink, sink, sonk, sunk. These are called units. Unit is a set of letters that might break typical phonetic patterns, but that are common enough that they have their own name. These are all, each one of these is a unit. This one is going to be used in our word, which is why we are spelling the word with a K and not a CK. There's other reasons too, but we're going to use this unit in our word. And let me divide it into syllables. Okay, your word is cantankerous. Cantankerous. Go for it. Can, tank, us. Can, tank, us. Cantankerous. Cantankerous. Gorgeous. Look at that spelling. Did you know you could spell that well? Probably. You probably knew, huh? Wow. Cantankerous. Make sure, Rowan, make sure you have the same number as lines as me and that the same lines are dotted. That'll give you a good start. Cantankerous. Well done. My goodness, you guys are killing this word. My goodness. Gorgeous. Okay. A couple more seconds because it's a long word and I want to give everybody time. So, can, consonants, we have k spelled with a C, almost always. The C, k sound is spelled with a C, unless that next letter is an E, R, O, I, which is not. So, stop, we're done. K, a, n, t, a, n, k, s. Vowels. A is spelled with an A right here. Tap 2 rule applies. Ank is spelled A-N-K. That's why that A is long right there. That's what I mean by it's a unit. It's a set of letters that breaks typical phonetic patterns, because you would think that that A would say A because of the tap 2 rule. But because it's a unit, it's a pattern that is common enough that we call it something, we call it a unit. That's why it says ink, because it's part of that unit pattern. When it's in its own syllable, has to be spelled with an E. Us is spelled O-U-S. Look at that spelling, you guys. Look at that. Take a look at it for a couple more seconds, and then in the Q&A, spell boisterous. Boisterous. Don't look at the at what I'm about to write unless you are. Don't look at what I'm about to write unless you're ready to check your answer. So we're spelling boisterous first, and then cantankerous. Cantankerous. Can you see that? Boisterous and then cantankerous. Yeah. And then check your answer. Nice. While I get my next one ready. I'm not going to do syllables on this one. All right, you need to know, we talked about this a little bit on Monday. When you see, or when you hear, I should say, come or kun at the beginning of words, it's a Latin word. And that O is spelling the schwa sound right there. Come and kun, as in computer or connect. Okay, that applies in this word. It means it's a word with a Latin root. You also need to know that OR spells the OR sound. OR is spelled with an OR. That O makes its long sound when there's an OR after it. And then, yeah, you probably don't need this rule, but I'm going to teach it to you anyway. This is a common suffix at the end of words, itty. And it's spelled I-T-Y. The I follows the tap 2 rule, the confident rule, excuse me, because it's in the middle syllable, so it's going to make it short sound. And then the Y at the end of words usually makes the long E sound at the end of longer words. So this is itty, comes at the end of a lot of base words. It's a suffix. Your word, do you already know what it is because of those clues? You can probably figure it out. Your word is conformity. Conformity. So there's an N and an M in there. Get them in the right spot. Conformity. Conformity. Mouth is open. Mouth is closed. Conformity. Nice, Masuda. Conformity. Oh, Rowan, give me this right here and you'll have it, my friend. Right here. Conformity. So close. Conformity. Catherine, you have one extra T. What did I do? Conformity. Gorgeous spelling, you guys. Okay, consonants. K, n, f, or, it, e. Vowels. Is spelling the schwa sound right here because it's a Latin part of the word. Or this O, it says O. O spells the O sound, the long O sound when there's an R after it. And here's our itty suffix. Conformity. Take a look second and look at conformity before I erase it. And then in your Q&A, spell the word boisterous. Boisterous. And then cantankerous. Cantankerous. And then conformity. Conformity. And then check your answer. Boisterous, cantankerous, conformity. Beautiful. Or isn't together? It is in my reading class, but not in my spelling class. You can consider them together, but since we're spelling sounds, the O is making its own sound and the R is making its own sound. Good question. And then spell conformity. Conformity. All right, last one. You need to know the tap 2 rule as always. When you hear a long vowel sound, you're going to spell it with a single vowel first, and if there's another vowel in the next 1 or 2 spots, that's all you need. You only need a single vowel. Then you're also going to need the when you hear the E sound toward the end of a word, toward the end, with a vowel after it. I would love it if you guys knew what I was going to say here, if I've written this enough times that you know what I'm going to say. Spell that E sound with an I. So when you hear E toward the end of a longer word and there's a vowel after it, spell it with an I. And then you also need us is the suffix, spelled O-U-S. Your word is odious. 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 There they are. Odious. I'm ending with a s sound, us, actually the suffix us. All right, consonants. O, D, E, S. O, we are going to start with a long vowel first, and if there's another vowel in the next 1 or 2 spots, stop, we're done. All we need is an O right here. Don't need an OA, don't need an OW, don't need an OE. A single vowel will work, and when there's another vowel already in the next 1 or 2 spots. E, the E sound toward the end of a longer word when there's a vowel after it is spelled with an I. And then here's that us suffix right here. There's odious. Odious. I have a feeling most of you, spelled it correctly. You must be feeling so good about your spelling skills. I'm not just flattering you when I tell you how impressed I am with all of these. I choose the hardest words I can find, you guys. I choose the hardest words I can possibly find to teach you because I want you to know that you can do it if you just know how. You don't have to be afraid of those long words. You can do it when you know the reading patterns and the spelling patterns. So congratulations on learning how to spell so that you can spell any word, whether you've seen it before, whether it's familiar, whether you've ever spelled it before or not. You're learning how to spell so that you can spell anything, and you're doing it. You're doing it amazing. That's exciting. So next week is Thanksgiving week. So there's no class next week. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and we'll see you the following week. Bye, everybody. And if you're not in the US, happy Thanksgiving anyway, wherever you are. Glad you're here. All right, bye, everybody.